In a bid to mediate tensions in Niger, Benin President Patrice Talon has arrived in the capital Niamey. The Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS, tasked Talon to help mediate the political crisis in Niger. On Wednesday, Talon met with his Nigerian counterpart, Bola Tinubu, in Abuja, where they held a closed-door discussion over the situation in Niger. President Tinubu is the current chair of ECOWAS. He's been highly vocal against military coups in the West Africa region. After the meeting with Tinubu, President Talon told journalists that the situation in Niger was a cause for concern and ECOWAS would make every effort to end the standoff in that country.
Nigeria shares borders with Niger and Benin, and we are neighbors to Niger as well. We are taking this matter seriously and responding promptly. I am confident that all necessary measures will be employed to ensure a peaceful resolution in Niger. As the President of Nigeria stated, mediation efforts will be strengthened this very evening to bring about a peaceful resolution. Even when dealing with unacceptable actions, our priority is to address them through peaceful means. This remains our primary approach, and we are optimistic.
Well, for more on this story, we're joined by our correspondent, Ejek Mangood, who is in Nigeria's Abuja. Thank you so much for joining us. What are the latest developments in Niger, and what have you been able to establish so far, Ejek?
Yes, indeed, Hannah. We do understand that a curfew is in place in Niger, and the military announced that the borders would be closed, both land and air, as they announced the takeover of the government of President Mohamed Bazoum. And like you earlier said, of course, the ECOWAS region, the ECOWAS, as Economic Community of West African States, that has been chaired by President Bola Tinubu, who is also Nigeria's president, has actually sent a delegation to Niger to try and curtail the situation from, escalating beyond what it is at the moment. And of course, it's not clear what sort of action the regional bloc is going to take, whether they're going to take any action in terms of economic sanctions, like we saw in the case of Mali and Burkina Faso, when those countries also had military takeover of their governments. But President Tinubu, who was elected as the chairman of ECOWAS earlier this month, has said that the bloc would not tolerate any action that is going to undermine democracy in the region. And he's saying that because Nigeria shares border with Niger, and Nigeria is also dealing with a decade-long insurgency, the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast of the country, that has also spilled into Niger. But at this point, it's not clear what sort of sanctions the regional bloc will take on Niger, but it has sent a delegation led by the President of Benin, Patrice Talon, I beg your pardon, to try and mediate in the situation.